Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our panel is filling up over here. Got a lot of excitement going on tonight, so we're here live and in living color. And we have jockey AIMEE Auger, who's just joined us. She just ran in the second race. You can tell us you were aboard Ninja Queen. Ninja Queen. Then you have horses in the 6th, Star Journey. The horse at 3-1 horse has a big shot, and in the 8th race aboard. Just have a look. Oh, and I have the horse mark Got Connections. So can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? First of all, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome AIMEE Auger. That's the teacher. Tell us a little bit about yourself and the horses you have coming up, and any other advice you could give us.
Good evening. I guess I started becoming a jockey end of September of last year. I've ridden about 45 races or so. I've had 2 seconds, two firsts, a couple seconds, and a couple thirds. I've been riding racehorses for the past 6 years now, and I just love it. I just come here every day, and it's a lot of fun. In the 6th race, I guess I got Ninja Queen. Star Journey. Sorry. I've been breezing this filly the last few months there. In the morning, we took off the blinkers. She had the blinkers on in the morning, and now we took them off. She ran last time without as well, and she finished stronger, came running hard. Now we're taking her a little bit longer, taking her 7 furlongs this time, and hopefully she can get up there and win. And Got Connections in the 8th. Last time out, everybody's got him favored tonight. Last time out we went a shorter distance. Came out of the gate a little slow, but came running pretty hard down the lane. Finished 3rd, I believe.
Yeah.
And tonight we're going to take him 2 turns and hopefully get him out of the gate. And just see if we can keep running and finish in front.
Well, based off the reason why I marked this horse, well, I like the lighter weight going long. And when I saw Wilco out of Awesome again, I thought, okay, 2 turns should be no problem. So I was looking at that horse, and then I was also looking at Let's Play and Let's Play Scratch. So I'm like, bang, here we go. So yeah, I remember this horse running last time. The horse took a lot of money. Was a little off slow, and then you said the horse was running hard at the end. The winner, nobody figured out that day. It was like 45-1. I think Jeffrey Alderson won the race, and I was like, Dr. Dynamite, boom, right at the windows there. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So now you're getting the blinkers off there, heading into to the last workout looks phenomenal. With 49 breezing. You were on the horse in the morning for that work. How did you feel about that work?
For that work that morning, the track was pretty fair, and I just sat and took a nice hold, and he pretty much did it on his own. Galloped out strong, so that's why we figured take him 2 turns this time and see where it goes.
So how do you feel being on this Tapeta surface there? How do you feel that it fares? Because it seems like it changes from like week to week. Like sometimes it favors the speed, and sometimes they're coming off the pace, and sometimes they're coming inside and outside. It seems like it's a little more quirky than the poly track, but a lot safer. I've heard like really great reviews about it. So how do you feel being out there, training them, running in a race? Do you feel a lot more secure being on the surface?
Yeah, I definitely feel a lot more secure. I feel the horses really enjoy it as well. Especially the sore horses, or the ones that make me a little body sore in a sense. They really just float over and just glide over it, which is very helpful for them. And it just depends on the race day, really. Colder weather, it's faster. Warmer weather, it slows down. And now that they keep adding more fibers to it, it's really become it's a lot more fair, I think.
How about training and running on the turf course here at Woodbine? How do you find it?
I've only honestly ridden once on the turf course, so that was today, so I can't really. It's my first time out there today.
Okay.
But at the same time, it was good for the horse. She ran well on it, and yeah.
And I know that they now at Woodbine they're doing this whole Euro Turf series, and they've done some trial runs. They've done a couple of actual races. Now, how do you feel about that? You know, now doing the whole clockwise thing. From watching a couple of the races, it feels as though like you have to make your move along that strip because once they hit that last bend, that's it. So these closers, I think they're a little bit at a disadvantage. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, you definitely have to prepare yourself going into that turn. In the morning time, we are breezing them the wrong way, 3/8, just to prepare them so they can get used to going the wrong direction. You have to kind of take the turn a little bit more wider so that they can gather their legs underneath them and travel and not completely blow out the turn. And the wire is right after the turn too, so you have to be prepared and actually be making a move. And it's a lot of planning as soon as you come out of the gate because it's very fast. It's 5/8 of a mile, and you just have to completely be planned out and organized of what you're doing before you even come out of that gate.
Like you said there, you have to plan it out, like be a strategist, like kind of figure out when to make the move at the right time in order to get yourself in the winner's circle. Now, that's very exciting to see something different, something fresh here at Woodbine with this new type of racing. And we also have some really great racing at Fort Erie, like the Fort Erie dirt and turf. Have you had many races at the Fort?
I've actually just started riding a lot more at the Fort. The dirt track and the turf track are a lot different surfaces than what they are here. Some horses prefer the dirt over the tapeta, and the turf course is a lot different as well. It's a lot more firm. And it's a longer stretch there too, so you get a little more time to plan when you're coming out of that turn to gather up and make a move with your horse.
Anthony, I just had a quick question for AIMEE as well. The horse that you ride in the last race, AIMEE, you rode the time before. Was it your suggestion to take the blinkers off, or was it the trainer's decision? I know it ended up being the trainer's decision, but did you suggest maybe taking the blinkers off?
I did suggest taking the blinkers off. It just sort of seemed like he wanted to be able to see more around him, especially during post-parade and warm-up. He was kind of looking constantly, and horses were coming by him in the warm-up, and he just wanted to see what he was doing and horses around him more. So after that last race there, I did suggest trying to put blinkers off, and so far it has been a bonus and has been a good decision.
So morning workouts have went well without the blinkers?
Yeah, much more better, improved, and he's much more happier now that he can see all around him.
Right, so he probably isn't as nervous trying to look around and concentrates more on the job at hand.
Exactly, yes.
Good luck in the last.
Thank you very much.
Might have to make a wager on that one.
Thank you.
Of all the horses that you've ridden so far, there must be one that's really dear to your heart. You must have a favorite.
Every single horse I've ridden, I can pick one positive thing out of it, whether it be a lesson learned or just something that I said, whoa, like switching my stick or whatever it may be. But my number one horse has to be my first winner, November 22nd last year, Clementis. We just sort of was sitting back, and at the head of the stretch there, the rail opened up wide, and she just made this massive run, and it was like slow motion all over again, because I find, like, for me, my very first race was very slow motion, and it kind of went back to that moment where everything just paused, and like in Secretariat, that movie where everything's just slow motion, you could just see the horse taking every stride and every breath it takes, and I just felt like that exact moment, and that's something that I'll never forget. It was pretty cool.